guys, it's Jess from Makeup by JessieG, and today I'm going to be doing my September Rediscoveries recap. So I'm looking back on the products that I went through my collection, rediscovered, and yeah, found out how they applied. Did I still like them? Did they perform how I think they used to perform? Did I find anything that I'm like, oh my god, how have I stopped using this? So yeah, let's get into it. So the first product that I was rediscovering this month was the Pure Bare It All foundation. I really enjoy this foundation and I had forgotten how much I did enjoy it, and I also forgot how picky you have to be with your primers. I have been using the J1 Jelly Pack in my project pan. So the first time I tried this one out, I tried it with the J1 Jelly Pack and it just it didn't work out well at all. It kind of creased up in a lot of areas. It looked really cakey and heavy on my skin. So I was like, oh my god, this isn't what I remember it to be at all. But then I went back and used it with the primer that I used to use it with, which is the JessieG anti-blemish, or whatever the blemish one is. I think it's anti-blemish primer, and yeah, it works really well with that. So I think I would just have to be picky in what kind of foundation primers I use this with, but when I do use it with a good foundation primer, then it does work really well, and I do really like the finish and just the overall look of it. So I'm really happy I rediscovered this one, and this might be one that I put into my project pan eventually. I am slowly working through the other foundations that I have put in, and I'm working through them at a pretty fast pace. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, but yeah, this might be one that I put in there because I do really enjoy it, and I've been using it a lot of weekends because on weekends I let myself use whatever makeup I want, and this is what I have been reaching for consistently because I do really enjoy it. So the next product that I have been working on is this Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. I did really like this. It is reasonably blendable. It's quite it's got a good pigment so that it's not too much that you're like, whoa, put it on my face, and you can build it up. What I'm kind of comparing this one to though, it's a very similar color to the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Incandescent Electro, which is my all-time favorite blush. This one is very similar in color, at least that's what I've kind of found. So if you can't afford, or you're on a budget or whatever, and you don't want to buy the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Incandescent Electra, this is a great shade dupe, but I don't think the formula's there. So every time I wore this, I kind of just compared it to the Hourglass blush, but it is still nice, and it's not a bad blush. It's just, yeah, if I'm going to wear this color, I'd prefer to wear the Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Incandescent Electra because that is my all-time favorite blush. Love it to death. But yeah, I liked it, but nothing compared to the Hourglass blush. The next product that I was rediscovering for the month of September was this JessieG powder highlighter in the shade Ice. It just looks like this. It's a beautiful highlighter. It's not actually as wham bam in your face as I expected it to be, but I do quite enjoy this. It's a nice flattering highlight on my skin tone, and it is nice. I think it's just nice. It's not my favorite. Now that I'm not, rediscovering it again, it won't be one that I am trying to work on. I'll go back to my Becca Moonstone, or I've got a couple of highlights coming up in my favorites video soon, which I have been really enjoying, and to the point where those are now holy grail status. So I don't think I'll reach for this one all that often. It's a nice highlight, it's just not my favorite, but yeah, it's okay. The next product that I was working on was the Balm, the Nude Dude palette. This one, again, it's got really nice colors. The formula's okay. It's reasonable, easy to work with, but it's not my favorite, and it's just okay. It didn't wow me. There was nothing about it that I was like, oh my god, I have to use this palette. This palette's so amazing. It's just an okay palette. It didn't knock my socks off. It was just yeah, it's a nice palette. I do like it, but I just think I've got other things in my collection that I do prefer more, and I'm glad that I got a little bit more use out of it, but yeah, this one wasn't anything special. Next up, I had the Ciate Wonderland mascara. This one, not Wonder Wand mascara. This mascara was, I got in the sample with the Chloe Morello palette, and I just wanted to get a little bit more use out of it before it went bad. I'm going to throw it out now. I haven't used it all up, but I think I've had it open too long. It's time for it to go. But I did quite like it. It gave quite a lot of volume to my lashes. It's got a very similar one to like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's just like, it reminds me a lot of the Too Faced Better Than Sex on my lashes personally, because it does give a lot of volume, but with that volume I find that my lashes clump very easily with when I do use a volumizing mascara. I prefer to use something that's much more lengthening and only tiny bit volumizing rather than very, very voluminous mascara and only a little bit lengthening. So this one wasn't my favourite mascara. It wasn't a bad mascara at all. I think, you know, I'm not going to repurchase it, but I didn't hate using it. I did quite enjoy it, but yeah. Again, it's just okay. It's not my favourite. Next up, we had this Colourpop brow pencil in the shade Dope Taupe. I actually really enjoyed this. I found I could really get my brows to do what I wanted them to do. It's very creamy, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but I prefer that because I feel like I can get a more precise look with that, with something that's a little bit more like, I don't know, like tougher, like the I have to, or like a drier kind of consistency. I find I have to like pull on my brows and I can't get that sharp line that I want, whereas with this it is a lot creamier, so I can get, it's a little bit more workable. So I did actually really enjoy this, and I've been using this a lot. I think I'll definitely repurchase it once I do finish it, but yeah, I have been using it a lot. I will continue to use this. I've really, really enjoyed it. And the last product that I was rediscovering for this month is the Colourpop Lippy Sticks in the shade Aquarius. Again, one that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed this colour. I really enjoy this formula. It's just a beautiful lipstick, and it's comfortable. It's great for every day. It was just one that I really, really, truly loved and still love. It's still here. But yeah, love this lipstick. It's great. I love it to death, so I think I've got some good use out of it this month, and yeah, I've just been really enjoying it. So this is one that I'm glad I've rediscovered, because I think I will continue to get use out of this. So that is all of the products I rediscovered for the month of September. I really hope you enjoyed this recap video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!